So starting off with our feet, parallel feet, hip distance apart, pulling up in that tummy with that in-breath, and with the out-breath, try to keep that tummy pulled in and soften those knees and release that body, but keep that tummy working nice and strong. Again, breath in, pull up. Strengthen that tummy by pulling the tummy muscle to the back of the spine, keeping the shoulders down and long. And on your out-breath, you're going to think of lifting, not sinking, but we're going to release those knees with that out-breath and just let that body go, just nice and gently, and release. One more time. This time we're going to include the raise of the shoulders up to the ears. Breath in and breath out. We're going to just shake it down with that soft knee. One more time. Breath in. Really energizing that body with that deep breath in and breath out, really exhaling that air. Take it into a rotation of the shoulders. As we lift those shoulders and squeeze the shoulder blades down and back, we take the breath out. So it's in breath to lift, out breath to rotate back. At least 4 rotations. Take the elbows high, thumbs to the shoulders, and open up that chest and keep that breath nice and deep in through the nose and out through the mouth. Extend even further by reaching up to the sky or the ceiling and reaching and feeling all the air and the space around your body. Breath in to reach high and breath out to stay tall and engage these obliques as you pull those arms down, reaching and squeezing those shoulder blades down and back. Twice more. Breath in and breath out and breath in and breath out, leaving the shoulders out in that side stretch on that last one, shoulders down. We're going to reach up into that side bend. Breath in to go tall and breath out to support yourself on that thigh and reach into that side bend, making sure the tummy is still in, tailbone is still tucked, so it is a proper side stretch. Breath in and breath out to come up onto the other side. We do it all again on the other side. Breath in to reach. Breath out to go high. Breath in to reach even further and breath out to soften those knees and really feel that side stretch. Reach in breath and out breath to come down. We go again. Soft knees, breath in. Breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in, pulling up nice and tall. One more the other side to even it up. Breath in and breath out. Really feeling that beautiful stretch through the side of the body there. Excellent. Well done. Bring that arm down, soften those knees. Just getting a little bit of a twist in that waist, letting the arms float around the hip line and just looking over that shoulder. Just seeing if you can keep the hips nice and square to your front, twisting from the waist. Excellent, well done. So we're just going to take a little bit of a step wide and we're going to just take the arms a little bit higher with the wider stance. Keep the knees reaching over the toes, keeping that arm floating around you, but extending that twist in that waist, and then bringing the feet back together and dropping it down. Let's do that one more time, nice and low. Keep breathing, you out breath on that drop and look over the shoulder for at least 8, and then stepping it wide again with arms higher, feeling that lovely stretch and that lovely twist in that whole body before we come back to our center point. Again, parallel feet, hip distance apart. We pull up with the in-breath, tucking that tummy in. We breath out and we reach those arms with that contraction in that tummy into a reach forwards. Imagine you're grabbing hold of a giant beach ball. Tummy is tucked backwards, tailbone is tucked under to stretch out that spine. Head drops a little bit lower to look through my imaginary window with that out breath, and then I peel myself up with my in-breath. I breath in to prepare, breath out to reach. Breath in to prepare again, and breath out to pull up. One more time. Breath in to prepare, standing tall. Breath out, I contract the body so my tummy pulls to the back of my spine. I tuck my tailbone under, soft knees, head drops low, and I breath in again to prepare to come up. With my out breath, I breath out to stand nice and tall. This time I'm going to reach my arms forward with the in-breath just a little way, and I'm going to just see if I can soften my knees at the same time. I'm going to open my chest, squeeze my shoulder blades down and back, and open the chest to the ceiling or the sky, wherever you happen to be. Really opening that chest, filling those lungs nice and wide, and come up to stand tall again. Here we go. Let's get that breath right. We breath in to reach those arms forward, soften those knees. Breath out, we open that chest. Breath in, let's go straight through. Center, in breath, and breath out. In breath, and breath out. One more. In breath, and breath out. Well done. Let's let those arms just tap the fingertips even forwards and back with a little bit of a bounce just to wake up those thighs just a little bit. Bring the feet together, squeezing those glutes, and really feel those thighs engaging. Okay, so now I'm just going to see if I can just take one heel off and keep that balance, holding onto the tummy muscles, making the supporting leg work a little bit harder, squeezing that glute and that thigh, and then plant that heel back down again. Keep that swing of those arms to keep the whole body moving, and then take the other heel off, just planting that foot so more of the work is being done by that supporting leg. Keep that going for at least 8, and then you're going to bring that planted foot back together with that foot and just take the arms nice and slow and come back again. Okay, so we're just going to see if we can take that parallel line, stepping back wider than together, so hip distance apart and drop into that lunge. Now make sure that heel is definitely in parallel line, not turning and rotating from the top of the leg. So the toe of that back leg is in line with the front leg, hips are nice and square. We're just going to reach nice and gently with a soft pulse into that high lunge, and I can feel that big stretch right the way through the hip line and into that front thigh there. Well done. Keep that going for at least 8 pulses. Out breath on that reach forward, and then hold it nice and still. Breath in to prepare. Breath out, we're going to reach forwards into a flat back. Now don't worry if you don't go low. What you're trying to do is raise the arms close to those ears and pull up in both kneecaps and hold that there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to soften both knees, engage the tummy, peel myself through with the weight on that front leg so the head leading keeps me nice and balanced to come up safely. I'm going to do that all on the other side. Stepping back, hip distance apart, parallel line, softening that front leg so that I'm in my high lunge. I've got my straight line from my heel to my hip to my shoulder, and I'm just going to pulse nice and gently into that front leg, just making sure that knee does not go beyond the big toe. If you go too far, you put too much pressure on your kneecap, so be careful not to go too deep. I'm pulling up really hard in that back leg so I can really feel the stretch through the calf and the whole leg, keeping nice and square to my front. That's going to be at least 8. I'm going to hold it there just to really feel that stretch. Prepare with my in-breath. With my out-breath, I'm going to reach my arms forward into my flat back, trying to raise my arms without rising my shoulders, so my ears are almost in line with my elbows. Holding it there, I feel this lovely stretch and the top of this leg on the inside for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in to prepare, breath out, I'm going to soften the knees, contracting the tummy, and I'm going to keep my head forward to peel myself safely up and come back to my planted position. Okay, to deepen that stretch, we're going to step back and we're going to soften that back knee, and we're going to just reach forward again to keep the balance as I flex that front leg to really stretch down the back of that front leg with that flex foot position. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breath in to prepare, breath out. I soften the knees, I peel myself forwards onto my front foot, nice and safe, head leading, and come up to my planted position to start off. I go back on the other side. I step back, parallel feet, hip distance apart. I soften that back knee and I reach forward just a little bit. As I reach my arms, I engage my core and I flex that front leg and I reach again into that flat back. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really pulling that toe towards your chest before you breath in to prepare, breath out. We soften the knees, engage the core, we peel ourselves through, and we come up to balance on the one leg. Okay, waking up. Those hamstrings is always a killer. So just see, not exactly a leg curl, but just a very gentle, controlled leg lift, making sure that knee is behind the supporting leg, not in line. Keep it behind. Make that hamstring really engage and work. Hold the last one there and just see if you can flex and point that foot for at least 4. If you need to hold on to anything, that's okay. So just waking up that hamstring and then very carefully planting it down and shaking out those legs. Try the same thing on the other leg, taking that leg behind, the working leg, trying to keep that knee behind the supporting leg and really engaging this hamstring by just gently pulling it into a very controlled leg lift rather than kicking that leg fast. Keep it under control. really pulling up in the tummy as well. You can hold on something, and now try and hold it there and point and flex that foot to wake up that hamstring. You'll start to feel it engaging. And then when you're ready, very carefully plant it down and bring yourself back to your parallel feet, hip distance apart. Okay, so just to finish off, we're just going to see if we can take some wide side lunges to really wake up that inner thigh, just stretching in parallel line. Don't go too deep to begin with, but if you feel that you are a lot more supple and you'd like to go deeper, you can actually reach it down and take a flat back position over each thigh, nice and gently. Breath in through center, breath out, breath in through center, breath out. Okay, from here, we're going to pull up and soften the knees, bring ourselves into center very carefully. See if you can raise one heel to turn out and the other, and dropping down into that wide second position to really wake up those thighs. Just gentle little pulses for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And very carefully, in breath to prepare, out breath, we're going to toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel to bring ourselves back together and just shake out those legs. Well done. So let's get going. Standing parallel feet, hip distance apart, pull up in that tummy, tailbone tucked under, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth to energize that body as we exercise. Breath in and we breath out to squat down for 1 and 2, reaching that tailbone back away from your body so that we don't let the knees go forwards over the toes and put extra stress on them. That's 7 and 8. Pull up, step the feet together, parallel together, squat. We go down for 1, keep pulling that tummy in, 2 and 3 and 4, don't forget to breathe, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, pulling up, rotating with soft knees from the tops of the legs, pulling open into that classical first position, tummies in, tailbones under, really working those inner thighs as we pull those legs together. We go for 8, we go down to pull up 1 and 2 and 3, working all the way around the leg, keep it going for 5, knees over the toes, and 7 and 8. We step wide into that second classical position. Notice the regular turnout, knees and toes always in line. We drop down with the out breath, and in breath we push up. We go 1, out breath, and 2 and 3, and really working those inner thighs, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now get ready, just a little raise onto the toes, pivoting to turn into parallel, wide apart, so that we can keep working harder those outer thighs, pushing and sitting down into that squat here, making sure the thighs do not cave in. We're really working those thighs and those glutes here, knees over the toes, that wider position. We pull up for 1 and 2, sitting deep into that squat, keep it going, keep breathing, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now, very carefully, we're going to drop into one soft knee and we're going to do our lateral squat. So we pull to center and we drop down and sit deep into it to really squeeze that back glute. And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, oh, don't trip, and 7 and 8. We change sides, pulling up through center to go on the other leg for 8 is 1 and 2 and 3, using that breath, 4, keep going, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now harder still, keep going with that particular style unless you are happy to extend it a little bit further with the lateral pickup. Here we go for the lateral pickup. We drop down into that squat. As we push off that floor, we tap the inside of the supporting knee and we drop down. We go for 8. Let's do it. It goes up and drop, 2 and drop, 3 and drop, 4, using that core, and drop, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And on the last one, come back to your center. We're going to do our static lunge squat. Here we go. We drop back, parallel feet,
hip distance apart. We drop down with the weight nice and even between the toe with the lifted heel and the front foot, and we pull up, really targeting the hip flexors and the glute and the hamstring. Let's go for it for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We have to swap and do the other leg equally. Back you go. Get your position right. Parallel line. Breath in and breath out to drop down. Here we go. We drop into the squat. Before we pull up, we go for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and drop down with those arms, head forward to come up. Now we're going to do our alternating lunge squats. We swap from one leg to the other, so we're really working on our balance, engaging our core. Let's go for 8, 7 and 6 and 5. Keep pulling up. 4 and 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2 and 1, and come back to your center. Straight into your curtsy with a twist. It steps to the side and we drop down, so we really target this glute and this outer thigh. We get that twist in that waist and we use that core to pull back up. We go the other side. 2 and 3 and 4. Look over that shoulder. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and come back. Okay, to make our 100 a day squats, we have 4 more to do, so slightly harder, working on your core and your balance for stability. Now engage everything. If it's too much for you to rise onto the toes, stay flat foot and do your regular squat. Here we go. Regular squat position, parallel feet, hip distance apart. We squat deep into that tailbone, really focusing on that glute here. And as we pull up and suck the tummy in, we push into the floor to rise onto the toes to drop down again. Let's try our last 4 to make that 100. Here we go. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and drop and come up. Give everything a little bit of a shake. Take a little bit of a stretch into that high lunge, dropping back and stretching the front. Same on the other leg. High lunge, just a stretch through. Stepping back safely and flexing in that front leg. Bring yourself to stand. See if you can catch that leg. Stretch through that hip flexor. Other side, breath in. You can hold on to something. Breath out. And come back to your center. Now don't forget, 100 a day is going to really work that booty and make you look fabulous. Don't forget, if we can. Remember, stop if you find yourself sinking in the waist. It's important to keep your form. We breath in and breath out to reach. Pull the tummy back with every out breath. We're going to go for 20 if we can. 1 and 2 and 3. Feel that tummy crunch. For 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take a lift and a bit of a shake for 8, 7. Let everything relax. 4, 3, 2. Let's go again. Breath in. Breath out, shoulders down. Feel the lift out of that waist. Tailbone tucked underneath you. Breath in and lengthen. Don't sink. Make sure that you allow your knee to slightly soften so you can really raise that leg away. So keep it going. As I raise that leg, I breathe out and I pull my tummy to the back of the spine. And that's definitely 10. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and come down. Give it a bit of a shake. And let's count for 8, 7, 6. Anything you like. You can swing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Raise it up again for our third set. Breath in. Let's go with the out breath. Lengthen. Don't sink. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Feel that tummy crunch. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach, take a long stretch, give it a shake, a little bit of a march on the spot. We'll just swing, let that breath just calm just a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it up for our 4th set. Shoulders down, keep the lift. Pull the tummy to the back of the spine. Don't sink in the waist. For the reach, keep it going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach, lift. We've got one more set to do. Just have a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a march, whatever works for you. You can just swing. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that last reach. Breath in, shoulders down. Remember, pull up as you reach out. Breath. 2, stay as tall as you can. Pulling the tummy to the back of the spine. Really feel that tummy crunch. Keep it going. 8, 9, 10. Another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach open and give yourself a shake. Rotate those shoulders, rotate those elbows, reach for the sky, up and open, and give yourself a last little shake. Now, don't forget, you must keep your form, keep the pull up, keep crunching that tummy back. If you need to take a break at any point, take a break and slowly work your way to 100 a day. Keep that tummy nice and firm. Okay, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.